Welcome inside, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Derek Johnson. This is Mission Ready. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the 4 perspectives that solidified my faith in God. 4 perspectives that solidified my faith in God. I just want to start off and preface to say I'm no expert on the Bible. I'm not pushing a religion. I'm not pushing an ideology. I'm not even pushing my beliefs onto anyone. I'm sharing my life experiences, giving you clarity to see things from 4 perspectives, which help me, which maybe will help one of you, if not more of you. Thank you for being here, and just listen to this with an open mind. I just want to preface with that. So whatever religion, whatever your beliefs are, you may get something from this. Number one is free will. When I was a teenager and I was in school, it always stood out to me why God made free will. Because up until the age of 14, I was actually an atheist. Up until 14, I was that angry kid. Why do bad things happen to good people? Why did these dark, evil things happen to my mother? That is why she's an alcoholic. That's why she beat me, used and abused me when she was drinking. The very next morning, it was like nothing happened. Want to go have breakfast? Or do you want to go have sushi for lunch? Things like that. So the first couple times that happens, if you grew up in a hostile environment full of drinking, then you know how that feels. So this isn't necessarily about her. This is just an experience. So with that regard is that because God made free will, we have the decision to do whatever we want. Whether that's good, positive, dark, bad, evil, every human being has free will. No matter if you like that or don't like it, it is what it is. It exists. So once I looked at the perspective to say, if God made free will, he gave us autonomy. So if you see a parent can guide, motivate, and push their child or their teenager. But once they give them autonomy to make their own decisions, that's when things either end up good, dark, bad, etc. So the autonomy and the free will made me realize that everyone is capable of making the good and bad decisions. But in order for us to solidify our faith, we have to go through trials and tribulations to start to see things from different perspectives. So I just want to start off with number 1. In regards to free will, is just a reminder. Because people forget about that. We think, why does bad exist? Why does good exist? Why do bad things happen to good people? And we get angry. Emotional. We have emotional outbursts. We feel dysregulated. We don't feel heard or understood from God. Is he even listening? I'm praying, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm angry, I'm pissed off, I'm sad, I'm low in a dark place. Why is he not listening? If he's so almighty, why is he allowing this stuff to happen? The reason that's why is because of free will. Number two is acceptance. Acceptance in regards to every human has a survival instinct. It is ingrained in our DNA, survival. And since we have that, we are all selfish to an extent, meaning we want to know the answers right now. I need to know the why. I need to know the why. Why did this happen to my mother? Why did my dad experience this? Why did they lash it out on me when I'm a kid, when I'm a child, when I'm a teenager? Why? We want the answers right now. I can't hear them. I need a sign. Give me a sign. Acceptance in the regard of your pain and trauma. You have to accept that sometimes in real time, you will not get the answer. It can make sense later on in life. In real time, in these next couple years, you may not have an answer. And that is the beauty and the power of acceptance. I'm not here to undermine how you feel. I'm not here to undermine what you went through, things that you experience, whether it affects your personal or your professional life. Maybe even your relationships and friendships, but acceptance. I may not know the answer now or in these next few years, but I'm confident that when I grow and push through this pain, this trauma, this anxiety, these mistakes, failures, and embarrassment, answers will start to come to me. Acceptance. Accept that you cannot change that experience, and accept that we usually don't get the answer of the why when we want it. Because again, it's ingrained in us to be selfish because that comes from our survival instinct. That is perspective number 2. Perspective number 3, one of the most powerful ones, is puzzle pieces. Every time that you have a blessing and a new opportunity or a life-changing, life-altering moment that happens in a positive, powerful way, you have a puzzle piece that then gives you clarity. I'm good at this because I went through that. I see what you're doing, God. I'm feeling it. You may not fully believe. You may be teeter-tottering on the edge, but you have a puzzle piece. What I mean by puzzle piece goes right into number 4. Number 4 is vision. Your vision of the life that you want, the life that God has you here for, to live out your potential, to help yourself, your family, your loved ones, and most importantly, to give back and make a positive, empowering impact in other people's lives. So quick recap, and we're going to go deeper into 3 and 4. Number 1 is free will. Free will exists. We can do whatever the hell we want. Whether you like that or don't like it, it is real, hard facts. Number 2 is acceptance. Sometimes things happen and we will not know the answer when we want it. Sometimes we feel like we never know the answer until, number 3, we collect more puzzle pieces, meaning we have more clarity in the blessings in life, in any area, your career, your faith, maybe your health. You had a miraculous miracle and you're still here for some reason. And you think to yourself, wow, I didn't go through all this just to go through all this. I appreciate it. I must be here for a reason. And number 4 is vision. So what I mean by puzzle pieces and vision is the more puzzle pieces, meaning clarity that you get, the more pieces you collect, which add to the big puzzle of your life, which is your vision that consists of your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your why. And when you have a strong vision, it all starts to make sense. So here's an example. Because you went through these things, that is why you're good at what you do in your career. Maybe in your personal life, strangers come up to you and just ask you deep questions. And you wonder, why do these people always come up to me and open up? Why are strangers so comfortable around me? If you relate to that, I guarantee you it's because you went through something. And that right there is a blessing. So think back on your pain and trauma. I don't have the answer of that, but right now, people are gravitating towards me. And it's making a positive shift in their life. And it's very fulfilling for yourself and myself. Not in a selfish way, but it just comes full circle. You help them, that makes you happy, and it actually helps heal your inner child. So that's what I mean by puzzle pieces. The more clarity moments you have, the clearer your vision of life and your journey gets. These 4 perspectives were some of the most powerful ones that I've come across. Because I was always that kid and teen that asked questions in church, at school. Most teachers were annoyed with me. I was pretty quiet, positive, laid back, but I would just always ask the deepest questions and I would throw them off. Not that that was my intent, but going through a lot in childhood and teenage years, dealing with deaths around me, violence, physical, mental, emotional abuse, all that, you start to question things. So I went from angry at God to questioning things to realizing that strangers would come up to me. I realized that I could flip my pain into fuel. I said, you know what? Every human has free will. We can do whatever we want. I accepted that I didn't know the answers then, but the more puzzle pieces that I collected in life, the clearer my vision got. And then I saw the big picture, and it gives me chills to think about this, but if I got the love I wanted as a child from my family or friends, I wouldn't be the man I am today. If you got the love you wanted as a child or in your teenage years, you would not be the man or the woman you are today. If you did not have that breakup, that physical abuse, mental, emotional, sexual, death around you, maybe you had to protect yourself and things occurred. Whatever experiences that you had, I guarantee you in the next few days, weeks, months, or years, you're going to start to collect more puzzle pieces, more clarity in life. Interesting. This is why this happened. No wonder I'm good at that. I'm pursuing something different, but I'm following my consciousness, which I believe is God speaking to you through you. So every time you have a gut feeling, an example, when you're driving a car and something says, take a left right now, it's not going to be safe, and you take a left, you miss a car wreck that could have killed you. When something says, don't go to that party, don't go to that cookout or to that hospital, and you don't go and something crazy happens there. Those are all clarity moments. So it doesn't just have to be success related, career and financial related. It could also be the miracle of you still being here. I'm not going to say all of you, but most of you have driven a car, and I guarantee you, you've avoided a car wreck that could have taken you out. That right there is a blessing. Who was that? You think that's God? Do you think you have a guardian angel? Do you think it's just luck? Whatever you think it is. But I want you to see it as a puzzle piece. I'm still here. What is that reason? The more puzzle pieces you get, the more clarity you have, the bigger rush and intense feeling of passion you have towards your vision to help others. You didn't go through this just to be alone and to be broken. You went through this to flip that pain into fuel to be able to help other people. Number one, free will. Number two, acceptance. Accept that you're not going to know the answer at first. You might not know for years or decades. But as soon as you start to feel the gratitude of collecting your puzzle pieces, your vision of life becomes clear and clear. So when I close my eyes and I envision my life, I can see every facet. Me speaking on stages, helping more people, collaborating, traveling, giving back, being able to help pay for people's medical, whether it's schooling, building a team, creating job opportunities where people can go from making 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 10 figures. These are all real. These are all within reach. I see it because I've been around it. I know what darkness feels like. I know what hell feels like. But I also know what it feels like for strangers to be connected to you. Maybe you're more connected to strangers than you are your family or friends. That is a blessing. So going back to you, you did not go through these things to be stuck. There's a gift in your trauma and there's a light in your darkness. Once you have that acceptance, things start to click. So I'm looking forward to hear and read about things you comment or message me in regards to your puzzle pieces, all those clarity moments. And keep in mind, they don't always have to be grand and grandiose. It could be something small. You met a person that was connected with somebody, and you think to yourself, what are the odds that I would meet this lady that mentioned this that I was talking about the last 3 days? Nothing is by accident. There are no coincidences. I appreciate you listening thus far. We're about 12 minutes in. But again, my intent was just give you some perspectives that always helped me. I look forward to learning about the puzzle pieces that you get, and I'm excited that you will start to have clear vision, and that will solidify your faith in God. This right here helped me so much, and it gives me a rush to teach others, to speak to them about it, and I look forward to learning about your testimony. And if you are currently in a dark place, I just want to remind you that life is happening for you, not to you. So if you're stuck on the anger, if you're stuck on the pain, you're priming your subconscious to find more of that. I want you to pause, take a look around, look at your body, your temple up and down. Do you have all your limbs? Are you listening from your $1,000 phone in your hand? Do you have $200 headphones in your ear? Are you connected to Wi-Fi, 5G, 4G? Do you have a fridge full of Do you have a fridge full of food and you say, I don't have anything to eat, Derek? Do you have a closet full of clothes and you say, I don't have nothing to wear? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. It's all perspective. So what I'm getting at is life is not as bad as you think it is. Show some gratitude, appreciate what you have, take care of your temple, which is your body. Same thing with your mental health. And then you can show it better for others. Let me know what you thought about this podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit me up on social media. I appreciate you being here. And if you're listening on Spotify, thank you. This means a lot. I look forward to the next episode, and I look forward to seeing how you guys win and collect your puzzle pieces. Last analogy. Sometimes you got to have fun and have analogies. You are like Thanos. You can kill the negative things. You can kill the evil things when the enemy is starting to test you and you're collecting infinity stones. Sometimes you got to have fun with it and create your own analogy. I appreciate it. I know we dive deep on these episodes, but thank you for being here. My name is Derek Johnson. Let's get it.